Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am super excited for this video because I'm finally going to be doing my review on the Bitter Lace Beauty Candid Coated Highlighter Collection. I recently purchased this and it was a little bit pricey. The bundle of 6 highlighters is $100 or $20 each if you purchase them individually. So in today's video I'm going to quickly review the collection as a whole and just my opinion on the formula altogether, and then I'm going to do some swatches of each individual shade and review them, and then I'm going to do just a few comparisons. And then at the end of the video, I have eye and face swatches of all 6 shades so you can see how they perform and how they apply on the skin because they are very interesting colors. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. Overall, I really enjoy the formula of this collection, and I think when I bought it, I was looking at it a little bit negatively. It was just like, oh, they're so big, they look like eyeshadows, I wish they were the size of eyeshadows. I don't even think I'm going to be able to use that many of these as highlighters. And I have to say that I've been pleasantly surprised, and my mindset has kind of been changed a little bit when it comes to these. So of course I would still prefer to have these available in a smaller size because I just know it'll be years before I even hit pan on any of these shades. But I will say that almost all of them work as highlighters for me, even with super fair skin. And these have such a flexible formula to where if you want to use them on your eyes as eyeshadow, you can. And if you use a NYX glitter primer, if you spray your brush, it's going to make it that much better. It's going to make them intense and sparkly, and they're really, really beautiful as eyeshadows. Also for the cheeks, if you go in with a really nice fluffy highlighter brush, which I personally love this one from Japanesque. I think this is the 713 concealer brush actually, but I love it for highlighter. And if you use something like this, you can really buff the shade out on your cheek and kind of make the base shade blend into your blush a little bit. I feel like there is so much versatility in these shades, so I would say overall I'm really happy with my purchase. I do want to say one major con for this collection when I am recommending it. For me personally, this isn't a big deal, but they smell so strongly, like the strongest smelling makeup I've ever had in my life. When I open my little magnetic palette, it is just like bam, Smarties. Honestly, I feel like it's a little bit too much. It's overpowering. I know so many people who have sensitivity to smell, and if they bought these, they would have an instant awful headache. I just don't love that about these, and I know it's supposed to be like cutesy and it's supposed to add to like the little candy collection, and that's great. I wish that it was just at least a little bit less strong. I'm going to go ahead and talk about each individual shade and kind of give you my opinion on them if I would repurchase them, because there's some I wouldn't. And this is the shade Sugar Sweet, first of all, and this is the one I thought that I would like the most. It is like a pretty much ivory white shade. It looks to have a blue and a teal shift to it, so it's a cool light shade. But overall, I just don't find this to be that unique. It's not something I'm super drawn to use on my inner corner because I feel like when it comes to super light iridescent shades like this, I have so many. And then on my face, I feel like it mostly just looks white. I can see the shades when it's built up. I can see a little bit of blue iridescence on my skin, but I just feel like, I don't know, there's just something lacking about this shade. It doesn't feel that special. Next, we have one of my favorite shades. This is one that I would definitely repurchase and do over again. This is the shade Watermelon Whip. It is so unique. It is a green with a purple shift to it. I don't even know if I would call it a lime green exactly, but it's just such a cool shadow. I don't own anything else like this, and I can actually make this work as a highlighter. It has that green base to it, so you know, I really have to blend it out and use a fluffy brush and whatnot, but I think that is so cool as a highlighter and as an eyeshadow. So that one is probably my favorite #1 shade of the collection. Next, we have another really cool shade, and this is called Pastel Pucker, and this is like a lavendery purple with a super bright greeny yellow shift to it. And again, I really like this one. I know I said this in my first impression too, but it's like a fairy shadow. It just is so like soft and such a pretty purple. I really love this color as well. And again, I was able to make it work as a highlighter, which I thought I would only be able to use this on the eyes because it has that purple base, but if you blend it out, it can be so stunning. All right, the next shade that I have here is Cupcake Crush, and this is what I have on my skin today. It's the highlighter that I'm wearing, and it's also on my inner corner. That little pinky iridescence on my nose. I love this shade as well. It is one of those like warm orangey base highlighters with a really strong pink iridescence to it. And I feel like the thing that kind of blows my mind about this is I feel personally like it looks so smooth on the skin, but it has such a beautiful texture to it, and like on the inner corner it looks amazing, but it just looks so smooth at the same time. I just love this color. Next, I have the color Lollipop Love, and This is a really pretty shade as well. It's like a blue with a soft periwinkle shift. And this one I don't find as unique. I have some shadows similar to it. I can make it work as a highlighter, but it's definitely not my favorite. Definitely not the first one that I would go to, but it is really, really pretty. I know I have face swatches at the end, but if you want to see these with coordinating looks, I did use them during my entire week of pastel palettes in each look. The last shade is called Taffy Tart, and this is the shade I'm not crazy about, just because I feel like I definitely cannot use it as a highlighter, and I feel like on the eyes it's okay, but I just have other things that I prefer. So there is Taffy Tart. Has like the tiniest little bit of a purple shift to it, but that one is definitely more subtle and probably my least favorite shadow of the bunch, actually. Alright, so jumping into comparisons, the first one I want to do is Cupcake Crush, and this reminded me so much of Melt Cosmetics Illuminacion, which is a very similar shade. Here's what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell. They are pretty similar. I think that the duochrome on the Melt Cosmetics is just a little bit more intense. Okay, so I do see a difference, definitely. Here's Illuminacion and here's Cupcake Crush. I feel like Cupcake Crush almost has like a pinky purple shift to it a little bit more, and then Illuminacion is more of like a pinky peachy shift. I thought those were actually going to be more similar. They do have like the same kind of base tone, except Illuminacion is a little bit more golden, and Cupcake Crush is a little bit just more orange. So there's Illuminacion, which actually has a bit more of a sparkly finish. And then there is Cupcake Crush. Not my best swatch work ever, but hopefully you can see the difference there. Okay, next I want to go ahead and compare the shade Lollipop Love to an eyeshadow that I have from Divina Cosmetics, and this is the shade Swudge. I feel like these are practically almost the same. Swudge might be the tiniest bit brighter, but the shift is pretty much the same. So I would say if you were buying these to use them as eyeshadows, I would personally prefer to get the Divina ones because this is smaller and it's $8. So there's Lollipop Love and Swudge. Yeah, I feel like Swudge is just the tiniest bit more intense, but the overall color is very, very similar. See that shift right there? Practically breaking my wrist, but you can see it. Okay, next is Taffy Tart next to Everlasting Gobstoppers from Divina, and I can tell you the shift in Everlasting Gobstoppers is a little bit more intense. It's that bluey green base with the periwinkle shift. They're super similar. Okay, so this is Taffy Tart and this is Everlasting Gobstopper. I don't know if you can tell. They both have the shift, but Everlasting Gobstopper is just more. So there's Taffy Tart and Everlasting Gobstopper. Might have just a little bit more greenness to it as well, but I feel like they are very, very similar. Man, that's an ugly swatch. Before we jump into the eye and face swatches, I just wanted to tell you how I did them really quickly. For the eyes, I use the NYX Glitter Primer every time just to give them something tacky to stick to, because that's what I would do with these, and I wanted to show you how they look intensified. And then for my face, I just went in with my ColourPop face highlighter brush. I don't even remember what it's called. Mine's not numbered because I bought them as soon as they launched before they numbered them. I wish I waited, but that's a tangent for another day. So let's go ahead and jump on into the eye and face swatches.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Oh, and if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we like. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
But that's all for now, so if you have not subscribed already to my channel and you want to see more indie content from me, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.